Kids will always be a reflection of you. But just make sure what you put in them, it comes out. Because, you know, anything you put in a kid, oh, it's coming out.
My mama liked to sniff sugar off the table. Good people. All right, I got my MVP with me because we're going to ask a few questions about motherhood. It's Mother's Day. It's going to be funny. It's going to be... What's it going to be, Mama?
Funny. It's a good word.
I said that. All right, back to you, Jeff, in the studio. Nah. But I did want to do a video about, like, motherhood.
Yes.
Mother-son relationship. Because, you know, we got a solid one.
Yeah, we good. We're good over here.
Yeah. I mean, you owe me a couple $100, but it's all
me.
good. It's all good.
Hey,
Yeah. All right, so... All right.
Okay, come on with it.
So,
what's the question?
What would you say is the most rewarding part about being my mother? No. What would you say is the most rewarding part about being a mom?
Let's see. There are so many rewards of being a mother, or for being a mother.
And we want your answer. We don't want the CPS answer.
You don't want the educated answer.
Yeah. My mama works for Child Protection Services, so I didn't want to give it. Well, motherhood is... Y'all be thinking I'm polished.
Well, no, seriously. A rewarding part of motherhood is being able to impact, lead. Because in the end, you'll see it. Your kids will show you what you've shown them. So
what have we shown you?
So right now you've shown me if you continue to swipe your debit card, that somebody has to, you know, pay for that until you can replenish. You've shown.
But anyway, off that, we got to... Mama went a little too deep talking about, like, yeah, thank you, reel that back. So, what would you say is the most difficult part about being a mom, and what advice would you give, you know, now that you've grown up? Or not grown up, now that you've lived a long time.
Well, before I grew up, not a long time.
Now that you've seen so much of life.
Yeah, I did have you at 42.
And went through all the hair dyes you could go through. What's the hardest part, and what advice would you give?
The hardest part is, you know what? I didn't have a hard, seriously. Now, I know, you know, it probably sounds cliche. There's, you know, oh, it was easy. It wasn't easy, but I mean, there was nothing about it hard that I wouldn't do again. I actually have two very great boys. I swear I do. Had one hot head, but I mean, you know, genetically, he gets it honest.
Who was the hot head? So I went through a period where...
Yes. You was just, yeah, you was fly off at the mouth. You was just, yeah, all of that.
I'm gonna say what I want to say.
Yeah. And then say, you want to call my mama? Here's her number. Like, what? Who does that? I
said that one time.
And they remembered it, and they called me on it. And I was like, he did not say that.
So I'll never forget it. It was, I'm forgetting what grade it was, but it was Miss Nix.
9th grade.
Oh yeah, my freshman math teacher. Mm-hmm. First, I always felt like me and my math teacher was always beefing just because I hate math. And once I get confused, like I just don't want to be... I don't want to be there. So Miss Nix was my teacher. She went back and she kind of like pulled my card in front of the class, and she was like, do I need to call your mother? Mm-hmm. And I said, do you want me to give her your number? Do you want me to give you her number? Mm-hmm. Basically saying, I'll help you call. And my mama didn't like that because it's always one rule in the family. Hey, you can do what you want to do, but if they call me on my job.
That's right.
It's a wrap. When you get home, don't you touch nothing.
Over.
Yeah. So that's the attitude spill that she's talking about.
So eventually just it just worked out. We had no tolerance at the house. We was not gonna have that kind of attitude. So, and he just worked it out. So I just think it just comes with growth, maturity.
So, what is another question that we can ask?
The best part of seeing y'all grown up?
Oh yeah, what is the best part of seeing us grow up? Two black men in America.
Oh wow. Well, the best part, once again, is what you set out for in the beginning. You set out in the beginning to impact your kids, to be productive, to, just make a mark. And so you expect to see that in the end, and then to take care of you. So you take care of your kids, and then your kids will take care of you. I was always taught that whatever you take care of, it'll take care of you.
And that's why you're going to the best nursing home.
He's always told me 5-star. Hey, give me 5-star.
Hey, I'll take care of you. 5-star.
5-star.
But on a serious note, like, even though stuff is like crazy now, with like black men in America, they say like we are targeted. What advice would you give to the mothers who are like raising black boys?
The only thing you can do is just instill in them how they, you could cope in these difficult times. I mean, it's so easy to say, hey, if you get pulled over, don't do this, don't do that. But who knows the situation, It may not be as easy for them to say, oh, well, mama, you said don't do this, but I just said, well, why I gotta do that? And then this happened. Like, you just cannot predict what your kids will say or what you would want them to say. So you just pray that it just all goes well and that what you've taught them, they can know how to act out there. And sometimes you can act right and still get injustice. So,
but it all just is that foundation.
I'm telling you, foundation is everything. I'm telling you, when I first learned that I was pregnant, immediately when I learned, because I ain't learned till I was like 6 weeks. I said, I am going to be the best mother I can be, because I just felt like it was a privilege to have a kid. Everybody can't have kids. We all know that. So you don't take advantage of being a mother. And I never did. Everything I did. No, I'm not a perfect mom. I never said I was perfect. Not that.
Yeah, not that.
Yeah. Not that. But I know that I stuck by what I said. I said I was going to be the best mother that I can be. So with that, it's going to be flaws. It's going to be mistakes. It's, so.
All right. And then,
tired of these questions.
Let's see. I guess wisdom on like sacrifice. Because now you're at like in this age, there's a lot of selfishness.
Oh, in this age. Oh.
Yeah. Not at this age.
Yes.
But in this age, there's a lot of selfishness. So like, talk about that. I mean, you said that when you found out you was pregnant, you was going to be the best mom that, you could be. But talk about that sacrifice part.
Sacrifice, I think this is part of motherhood. You have to give. You're going to have to give. You just going to have to give. So when you have this opportunity to put yourself on hold to impact your child that will later take care of you, put that aside. You can get to that after they've gotten their age. So, I got my master's at 40 years old. 40. That's late in the game. When we only, guaranteed, 70? So, but that didn't bother me that I got my master's at 40 years old. I waited to get my kids going. Everybody was going. I think you was a freshman at UTSA.
I was a freshman.
Yes, when I got my master's. But I think that, and I guess that could be a rewarding thing. You sacrificing, taking care of your kids, making sure everybody's solid before you tread on, because your kids eventually have to come back to you, and you don't want it to be when they come back to you and you don't have it, because while they was going through school and all this, you decided you wanted to do all this stuff too, and so now there's nothing to replenish. There's nothing, you can't help them. So now you got to direct them to somebody, and these are trying years. I mean, freshman in college, like that's a big, I mean, everybody, don't get a chance to go to college, but freshman year away from home, you on your own, you picking your schedule, like that's a big step from graduating high school and then on your own within a year. That's a lot.
And then I was 7 hours away?
You 7 hours away, you have no car.
No car. And mind you, I had picked UTSA because I said that I didn't want to go somewhere where I could easily come back home. So I didn't want to go somewhere like 2 hours away and they'd be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come home this weekend. For me, I knew I was gonna have to, it was going to force me to grow up. Mm-hmm. So I went 7 hours away. I knew my mama just couldn't pull up. So you can't just surprise nobody 7 hours away.
No, and I ain't driving without calling, make sure you're there anymore.
And so went there and really grew up that first year. It was, I mean, like she hinted to it, but yeah, growing up, and I really had to figure it out. And I think I cried on like my third day.
Oh, wow.
I cried on my third day.
Well, and it's funny that you say that, because when I went to the Marines after I graduated high school, I graduated in June and went to the Marines in October. I said myself, leaving Owensboro, Kentucky, I said, I do not want to come back here. Whatever I got to do, I'm not coming back. I am not, because nothing was going on. Couldn't find no job. It was just depressing, anyway. So, and I did that, and it forced me to grow up just like that, because I was sheltered. Everybody from Kentucky know I was sheltered. And so that we have a similar story, because I did the same thing. And I joined the Marines. Wasn't athletically put together. I mean, nothing. Didn't know nothing about being on my own, nothing. I just knew I was getting out of mama's house. And yeah.
Retweet. I just knew I was. Hey,
I just knew I was getting
what scholarship can y'all throw me, please?
Because the only options at my house was school or the Marines.
Yeah.
Armed forces. I don't care. Pick whichever one. Army, Navy. I don't care.
She always said, look, I don't care where you go, but after graduation day, you need to either know what school you're going to or what branch you're going to, but you can't stay here.
You can't. Because if so, then that's enabling. To me, that's enabling. I would not do you any justice or any service to say, oh, well, you can just stay here and, just sit around and, hey, just let me know what you figure out you want to do. Oh, hell no. No. When you graduate, and I'm going to let you know, I'm not going to tell you your senior year. You knew from 9th grade on, hey, when senior year get here, you need to have it together. And every year we go, all right, what you doing? What you going? Where we going? What? So we can work up to that. Woo, I graduated today. Yeah, where you going? Yeah, this our It does a person, it does a child no service. Like, and then you wonder why kids after school just hanging around. Doing what? Why? No plans, no goals. Nobody pushed them to say, oh, well, you ain't gonna have no choice. Either you gonna go here or you gonna go here. Which one's gonna be? Well, I ain't gonna none of them. Where you gonna live at? Because it won't be here.
Yeah.
You just have to do that. That's that tough love. And my kids are welcome to come home at any point. If it gets hard or something happens, because life happens, and you come home, like, all right, come home, regroup, let's get it. What we doing after this? So.
And then the other rule was, I'll help you out. I'll send you money as long as you're in school.
Yes.
If you ain't in school,
you need to work for it. So I'll pay your cell phone bill. I'll pay all of that while you in school, because I've been in school and I know how hard it is. But the minute you ain't going, oh, I'm gonna need that money for that cell phone bill.
And we ain't passing that up. So hey, I don't know what professor
so
I need to.
We stayed in. Hey, you talking about somebody that didn't have a cell phone bill?
I'm graduating undergrad, but I got into grad school.
He sure did. Had a car. I carried the note. Yeah, you played me.
I didn't play you.
No, you didn't play me.
Can you drop some more wisdom?
just ladies, if you ever in a predicament where, you know, you single, it didn't work out, and you got this kid, this child that you're carrying or that you have, and it just seems like it's just, oh, there's just no way, you don't know how you're gonna make it, you can do it. You can do it. That child should give you enough self-motivation that you say, I'm gonna do it. I don't care what I got to do. Do some strange piece of change. Well, I don't care what it is.
Mama.
You got to do it, because guess what? That kid, they say kids are a reflection of you until they turn 18. Even after 18, kids are a reflection of you. Because if I see a kid and I say, oh, that's so-and-so's kid, I'm thinking about that so-and-so. I ain't thought no more about that kid. So that's not true that the kids are not the reflection of you after they're 18. Yes, they are. I mean, even mine. If mine was to hit the news, do you think people are going to say, oh, well, let me hit up, you know, Daryl and see what happened? They're going to be like, oh, that's Miss Ronnie's kid. I wonder what. They done threw that all away because he's in the news. So now they're looking at me. Well, what happened? What'd she do? Ooh, she was in the Marines. What happened? Whoop, whoop, whoop. So kids will always be a reflection of you. But just make sure what you put in them, it comes out. Because, you know, anything you put in a kid, oh, it's coming out.
My mama liked to sniff sugar off the table.
Just talking. Yeah, and kids will tell on you just, hey, where's your mom at? I don't know, but she was with this white man. Oh, yeah, I didn't ask for none of that. So you do.
My mama take her hair off when we get home.
You have to be careful, and women, we can do it. We've done it. Women before you have done it. Women after you do it. You can do it. You can do it.
Aww. Wisdom from me, Madre. Hey, it's a special lady right here.
Aw,
Love you, Mama.
thanks. Thanks, son. Love you too.
All right, y'all. Hope y'all got something from this.